Smokey Freimark. I'm the branch manager in Brooks. I've been with the company for 25 years. Started in Brooks in 2000 and I spent 3 years here doing service. I rotated into Rainbow Lake, Fort St. John, Fort Nelson at the time to help out. And then in 2008, I went to Red Deer and I helped establish some new growth in that branch. And I was there for 8 years, and then I came back to Brooks, kind of to where it all began, to take over as manager at the shop that I started at, and I've been here ever since. So,
Adam McIntosh, I've been here since 2003, so I've been here about 22 years. I started as a service tech in the back, and then eventually made my way up into the office, and I've been in inside sales ever since. No, I started in Brooks, and then I got to go up to Fort St. John for a couple weeks as a service tech. And then even as inside sales, I was up at Fort Mac doing some greasing and got to see some other fields too. Well, it was different for me. A opportunity just kind of happened, a position opened, so I was able to move into inside sales. But you know, being here long enough, you do see that Stream-Flo does like to build within. There is opportunity to go from service tech to even branch manager. So, I mean, the opportunities are endless at Stream-Flo. If you look at our branch, we have guys that have been here for 10, 15 years, and we're in 20 years, so yeah. I mean, it pays to stay.
Kind of just growing with the times. In the early days, I think it was one of the only wellhead providers. They kind of have just come and gone over the years, and Stream-Flo has just stayed consistent. That's the big difference with Stream-Flo, really, is that we've always been owned privately. Other oil field services and old oil field workers recognize Stream-Flo as a brand and a name that's just been here as long as most people can remember, or longer. You know, like, it's just, you know, throughout the industry, lots of people, just like myself, start one place, work another place. You know, like, everybody kind of moves around and they're all drifters in a sense. A lot of oil and gas workers, and so it is a brand and a logo and a place that is recognizable. That yes, there's been some changes and improvements and advancements in technology and things of that nature, but at the root of it all, it's still wellheads and valves, you know, and customer service. That's really what it comes down to, you know, whether it's just installing a basic wellhead or providing frac support like our northern branches offer, and sort of just everything in between, you know, maintenance, whatever it is, we rise to the challenge. A customer can call here and ask about a well that was drilled 30 years ago, and there's a chance that we can find some history on it, or you know, even just remembering some of the things that went on back at that time. That you know, our competition, for example, that may have only been in the area for a year or two, they have zero history, and so zero knowledge of the areas in the field.
So yeah, I mean, experience goes a long way. Customers rely on us quite a bit to come out there and solve a lot of problems, which, you know, it's nice working at Stream-Flo, being a family-owned company, a Canadian company, and really strong in Alberta. I met my wife through Stream-Flo. So she worked in Calgary, I worked in Brooks, and she eventually moved here and to work for the Bandits, and we've been here ever since.
A lot of people tend to be surprised to find out that we are still privately owned, still owned by a Canadian family. You know, that tends to shock some people, because we have grown. You know, we're not just a little oil field company that we used to be, and so, especially knowing that our competition, we're mostly owned, you know, we're a part of a large corporation with no real, how do you put it, like a family feel to it. You know, it was all just sort of numbers and ran by accountants, if you want to put it that way. Stream-Flo never had that. You know, it always felt more natural. Well, I definitely think it is, well, more important than ever these days, given the political climate we're in, that to feel proud to be Canadian, you know, and work for a Canadian company. I definitely think it's important. There's been a handful of things over the years that Stream-Flo has kind of made a mark on.
The Bandits have been good to the community, and we want to be good to the community as well. Yeah, we're proud to be a sponsor of the Bandits. We started off with Brandon Kachuk about 10 years ago, and then we had Charlie Marchand for 3 years, along with Kale for a couple of years, and then we had his brother Taylor McCarr for the remaining 3 years, and then we were done after that. It's kind of funny because Brandon, who was here 10 years ago, he's coming tonight, and we're gonna be in a golf tournament tomorrow with him. So, I mean, Charlie went on, he got a scholarship, he went on, got a good business degree. I went and watched him play a few times in Boston. I went and watched Cale play in Boston. But yeah, I mean, Cale has gone on and done what he's done, and now his little brother's playing in the AHL with the minor league team. And then you can take, for example, Jeff Malott, who played here a couple of years, got a scholarship, went to Cornell for 4 years, and now he's playing with the LA Kings in the playoffs. So yeah, no, when I started in 2003, I was just a young kid, didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't know anything about the oil patch, but I was willing to pull a wrench. So stuck around for a while, and then got into the office and realized I liked what I was doing, and I liked the company. And then we had some slow times, and then of course through COVID, they kept us on, you know. Then I never felt like I was going to be let go, or so they've always taken good care of us down here in Brooks.
Really good equipment. I know our wellhead equipment has maintained a standard through history where there's no change in how and what to expect. They know that when they ask for something from Stream-Flo, they're getting something that's been that really hasn't changed, and it's put out in a consistent way that they aren't going to have any surprises or concerns about its quality. And in contrast to some of our competitors that, you know, come in at a lower price, it's often at the expense of the quality of their equipment. And so there's been guys from here that have gone to Fort St. John and Red Deer, Kindersley, and have gone on to have big careers. Right now, with our 5 employees, just in this branch alone, we have over 75 years of experience. And that's something that our customers, internal and external, can always count on when they talk to somebody in Brooks. It definitely is true, like Duncan's, that part of Duncan's vision where it's like, if you take care of your staff, they're gonna help you take care of your business, take care of your customers. It's sort of just end up on autopilot, you know. If they're happy, everybody's happy. So as long as that's, well, my focus in particular is I keep them happy, everything runs smoothly, from a safety aspect to a quality service aspect, that kind of thing. So,
but yeah, you take pride in a Canadian-owned company, and you know, they take care of us, so we want to take care of them.